Shalom, my name is Yehoshua Ya'acov from Jerusalem. I'm making this video as a commentary on Barak's speech in Johnstown, great baseball town for the Little Leaguers of America. One of the significant issues that you raise, Barak, is that the political process that has emerged in the articulations, particularly from Hillary, is to be very anxious to take credit for all of the successes of the Clinton administration, and there are some that were indeed correct, but that was the psychosocial mechanism of cooperation rewarding him for his cooperation with the very system that has fundamental flaws that you recognize, that have to put Main Street before Wall Street. Having said that, Hillary is as well, and in parallel, negating and denying the failures. Now, I want to speak directly to the most significant failure of the Clinton administration. I proposed to the President of the United States in writing, no less than several dozen times, and through back channels and official diplomatic channels, and the walls were all up, the windows barred, the doors closed. I proposed the new economic paradigm as the solution to the boom-bust cycle when he was facing it at least twice in office, and it went unheard. It fell on deaf ears. But even more poignant, it's to be noted that not only was it not acted upon, it was interdicted. And what do I mean? The political infrastructure of the gridlock of Washington, where it was proposed alternatively in the Congress, both in the Senate and the House, to members of both the Senate and Congress, it was as well interdicted by the executive branch, with the prerogative that it was not consistent with the Clinton policies, but in strong reduction from all empirical and logical evidence, it's simply translated into saying that it's our agenda, and only what we say is to be done. The result is they threw the baby out with the bathwater in the solution. Having said that, it's important to note that that was done from Jerusalem, because I left America in 1987, and I left America in 1987 because the administrations previously and since demonstrated no more fecundity or wisdom or vision than the two terms of Clinton and the two terms of George Bush Jr. and prior George Bush Sr. Having said this, it is very important that the message that you convey to the very blessed people of Johnstown, Pennsylvania, whom we love very much, and especially for their grand annual show of the Little League World International Little League Championship of baseball. It's fantastic. I enjoy very much to watch it. Is this the campaign of Hillary, with the extreme exaggerations of the Tuzla visit in Bosnia, and other exaggerations, and the dark side of all of these very sad stories of genuinely tragic human stories that are to render audience is emotionally distraught and believing in the particular sensitivities and human empathy is very, very lacking in credibility in one fundamental way. Where's the beef? Where's the program? Where's the actual solution? And specifically, I think you must be very tough, and you must stop the softball, and you must go to hardball, and prepare yourself for a full season of hardball when you come up against McCain. Specifically, I'm talking about this. One overwhelming example is Hillary Rodham has repeatedly said her economic plan is national insurance. National insurance is not an economic plan. It is a good plan. It demands stimulus, and I believe very much your plan is better. What is needed for an economic plan is an absolute fundamental change in the national platform policy of America for Americans to create tens of millions of jobs based upon world-class new global technological infrastructure. And that is only going to be so based upon a new macro model, and that is the new economic paradigm, the integration of labor that replaces the division of labor model that spawned the Industrial Revolution. I'm the author of the new economic paradigm, and the specifics to develop and implement it in America as new national policy are already sent to the DNC, the Democratic National Convention, and I'm inviting delegates from Pennsylvania to introduce it as the central principle of the presidential campaign, the central organizing principle, and to make that the national policy of the land. And the long and short is developing that world-class new economic paradigm model as a new world-class global technology, new world global technological infrastructure for America. Americans will retool the entire workforce. It will re-educate and retrain. It will create tens of millions of jobs, beginning with tens of thousands of sustainable new jobs by the 14th or 15th month into the project. The macroeconometric models tell us that the gross national product will triple before year 20. It will require a 4 to 5 trillion investment amortized over 20 to 22 years with a full payback that will eliminate the entire national debt, the Social Security debt, and provide the surpluses necessary to pay entirely for national insurance and free education for all of our youth. This is a win-win situation. This is the macro solution. I approve this message. This is what Johnstown, this is what Pennsylvania wants, this is what America wants. Up the learning curve, and you should know and anticipate that you're going to be meeting me on the campaign trail, and there are going to be videos for every speech you give in Pennsylvania and everywhere else until I hear Barack Obama saying, this is what I'm going to do as president, because indeed you are going to do it. And that's what you were called by heaven to do. Surely you have the blessing to do it. You have the youth, the wisdom, the articulation, the intelligence, the integrity, the ethics, and you have most of all the humility. And so Yehoshua Ya'acov from Jerusalem blesses you and your family, Michelle and the girls, Sarah and I and our boys in Jerusalem. Hey, maybe we can get them together. They're a little bit younger than your daughters. They're 7 and 4. We bless you, and we wish you great success. Thank you for listening.